When I look at Lorrin's soul agreement and looking at the reasons why she came here and the reasons she picked this body and the reasons she did what she did, it made a lot more sense to me. Because had she walked and had she talked and had she not been injured by the vaccine, my life would have been totally different. But because of all those circumstances, because I went through so much pain being her mother in the early years, I can sit with someone else's pain. Because I learned about judgment, I really think I'm pretty good at not passing judgment. And because I went through so much turmoil with her and so much loss, and I really felt that I had lost everything that I ever hoped my life would be. Because if I can kind of help any parent with the keys of remind them that there's a great love that happens, and there's a great opportunity for growth, and there's a great joy that can be had in life when your child isn't perfect or isn't normal or it comes out different. If we could look at our children, and if in prayer or in meditation, if we take that moment and we reach them and we ask them, what did you come here to teach me? What are my lessons in life about having a child with a disability or with 50 disabilities? What am I to learn about living in the hospital? I really just had to kind of become an observer, as in watching a movie and see things how they were playing out and decide what I was going to take from that. Was I going to change the way I responded to people? Was I going to become more compassionate towards people? Was I going to pass judgment? Or was I going to grow and learn? Years ago, when people wanted to be spiritually educated, they would go in a monastery and they would spend 17, 20 years there. It's my belief that my daughter came here to teach spirituality and to teach love and to teach compassion and forgiveness. And my 15 years with her was really just an education of a different thinking. I really believe we're coming to a world that we don't look at someone like Lorrin and think, you don't belong, or you're not in there, or you're not important. I think that there's a time we will look at all individuals and know that they're important, and know that they are teachers, and know that they have spiritual reasons. And I think that that's very powerful, and I think it's very important that we look at each other and know that every single person is important. And so it was an honor being Lorrin's mother, having her teach me these little bits and pieces. And it couldn't come the first year, because the first year I really wasn't even able to deal with anything except my feelings and my emotions and survival. And it really didn't even come the 5th year. It basically has been just a process of learning from her. And I think when we give ourselves opportunity to learn compassion, it's a very powerful thing. She was teaching other people too. It was another moment that I had to realize that it wasn't all about me. Lorrin didn't come here just to teach me. She taught all kinds of people. She actually would teach anyone who would show up to listen or maybe to observe and give her a moment. And I think that's a quite powerful thing for someone to decide to come in a body that was riddled with pain, filled with drugs, that people would basically reject her just for being her, because they were afraid of her and afraid of the way she looked and afraid that she had a trach, or they would make fun of her for being different. This little girl chose this body to teach people love and compassion, and so she has my great respect. And I think that if parents could understand that if your child happens to be a little bit different, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be important, but their job really is even more important because they have the courage to show up for us, and they love us enough to teach us strength and to teach us those lessons in life that could possibly be, sometimes gentle lessons and sometimes really difficult lessons. I hope this helps you as a parent, a teacher, or a caregiver of someone who's living a unique life experience. Know that what you're doing with your child is a beautiful thing, and our children who are unique are magnificent.